myself a new toy. This is a Denton Desk II gold sputter coater. Paid 500 bucks for the coater itself and about 300 bucks for the target. I've invested probably about another 200 bucks in other things, such as a replacement vacuum pump. So the original vacuum pump still works. It's got this G500D vacuum pump in it, and it works. I rebuilt this one, but the one I put in here, exact same model, seemed to do just fine. It does a little bit better in the ultimate pressure than this one, so I figured why not stick it in there. So it's I've got this thing pumped down now for a while, and I've done a couple of purge cycles with it. So if I go to sputter, now it's going to error out because it actually had a bunch of pressure in the line here. So we're just going to have to wait for it to settle out and sputter again. And what I'm going to do is I've got two sample holders in here. I'm going to do one for 30 seconds and one for 60 seconds. So we'll do two 30-second cycles, open the shutter halfway basically. So right now the shutter is closed. I can open the shutter all the way. So now the shutter is open all the way, and we'll sputter coat both of them. Pressure should be about 50 to 100, something like that. Actually, what I want to do is I want to get the process right. So let's close the shutter and turn the current all the way down. And we start. And we're going to increase the current to about 40 milliamps. We got a nice little healthy purple glow. And we were about 40, 45, and maybe a little bit less. So we'll stop that. We're going to open the shutter. So we've got our process set up. We're going to go for 30 seconds. And then once this 30 seconds is gone, I'm going to close the shutter halfway, and then we'll do another 30 seconds. So this sample holder that is closest to me will get a full 60 seconds, and the other one will get 30 seconds. All right. Let's get that right about there. Should cover it pretty well. We'll do another 30 seconds. And getting in the shadow there so that it's not, otherwise it's going to get things going that way. So it might still get a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the other one should be getting. We still have about the same process and everything. I don't actually have any samples on these two sample holders. I'll put something on them later. Putting a scanning electron microscope, but all right, we're done here, and I'm just going to leave that there, turn the current all the way down, and I'm going to shut the system off. And it automatically purges. I should be able to. I've got a little bit of grease. Ooh, wow. Yeah. I'm going to get a better pair of tweezers for this. There we go. So this was 30 seconds right here. And this is 60 seconds. And you can't really tell a big difference. This was done 30 seconds originally. This is 30 seconds. This is 60 seconds. So not a huge difference. Maybe you could see something under the skin electron microscope, but I kind of doubt it. So let's go inside. Let's see if we can close this just to keep the dust out. Oopsie. Let's also unplug it. There we go. So two screws here. And here's the glorious insides. So things that I've done, this whole entire power supply was off the wall when I got it. I've replaced the pump. You can see it's the exact same pump that I had in there originally. It is warm. This thing pulls about 400 watts of power. I also replaced this etch cable right here that goes up to the etchings. You can do an etching as well. It needed a new connector in here. I also added a linkage. All right, so you can see here is I've actually redone the linkage between here. So these are actually a pair of 3D printed arms right here, and there's little tiny micro ball bearings and linkage. That's all that had to be replaced, because when I first spun this, nothing happened with the shutter. And yeah, the shutter mechanism itself is pretty cool too. Other than that, I didn't really have to do a whole lot. I did take pictures of the main circuit board, and I dumped the EEPROMs on here. The way this thing is built is actually amazingly simple. It's actually just a D-type flip-flop with a EEPROM, and it uses that as a state machine with a really simple clock divider circuit in here. And then this is just a counter IC, basically. So there's like 6 ICs on here. That's it. The bar graphs all managed by a pair of LM3914s. They look inside the sputter chamber itself too. So the sputter chamber is the target and the grid. So it's a 2-element folding shutter. So if you want to block it off, you have to go all the way over, open it up. Now you can open it, or to close it. Go that way. Anyway, that's my new quote-unquote Denton Desk II. Very serviceable. I can replace almost every single part in here.